Good morning and welcome to day 32 of Ralston's Big Adventure. Okay, it is 9:30 in the morning. I've been hiking for an hour-ish now. I'm about 2.7 miles into the day, but it's been pretty much flat. We're skirting the outside of this lake for a little bit, and then we'll cross over the dam and make our way up the plateau, and then it's just kind of a straight shot down into Damascus. The plan today is really two plans. So it's 42 miles into Damascus from Boots Off Hostel, which was where I stayed last night. Which means to get there by Friday, it's basically 2 20-milers back to back. But you can also front load or back load and do like a 16 and a 26 or a 24 and an 18. So really there's a couple different options, and it's basically kind of like pick whichever one sucks less. So my options today are, if it rains, I'm just gonna go 20 miles to another hostel, which would make tomorrow a 22-mile day into Damascus. That would just be nice because I wouldn't have to be in the rain. I can go dry off, get everything nice and dry before starting back tomorrow. Or my other thought process is if the rain holds off and I'm feeling pretty good, which I've heard this section's pretty easy, so that could be, it's like really high probability that that's the case. I go 24 miles to Double Spring Shelter, stay the night, and then do 18 down into Damascus tomorrow. So yeah, that's the plan today. All right, here we are at the Lake Watauga Dam. Gosh, this is really pretty. Really cool. So this is kind of an interesting dam. And unless I'm just so stupid or it's somewhere else, there's no like spillway, which may be around the corner over there. I don't really know, but yeah, it's very interesting. There's no spillway, no river on the other side, but it could be over there, kind of in that direction over there. Okay, so yesterday I mentioned something called aqua blazing, and I wanted to explain that today because several of my friends were doing that. And so let me first explain just the different kinds of blazes. So there's the white blazes, white blazers, I guess. They're more of like your purist types. So they're the ones who, kind of like myself, they want to carry their pack all 2,190 whatever miles across every white blaze. So they're the white blazers or the purists, because they want to make sure that they walk across or walk by every white blaze. You also have blue blazers. So everything that's not the Appalachian Trail has a blue blaze. So like you have a lot of side trails that go off to like lookouts or whatever that are blue blazes. However, there are some blue blazes that are shortcuts and will get you to a certain point faster. Those people, again, hike your own hike, but your purists would think that blue blazing is not really true through hiking. because you did not hit every white blaze in the Appalachian Trail. Others would say, but I still walked from Georgia to Maine. So there's a big argument there. Aqua blazing is when you kayak part of the trail. So there are several places to do this. Well, actually 2 places. There are probably more than that. But there are only 2 places that I know of right now where you can aqua blaze the trail. There's, I think, 50 miles or so in Shenandoah National Park where you can kayak the Shenandoah River, and then you start halfway through the park and you end at the end of the park and you get back on the trail and walk. You can also do it here. So a bunch of my friends are kayaking from Boots Off, which is right by the lake, over to another lake town called Butler. They'll get off there, they'll get their packs, and they'll hike in to the trail, and they'll skip, like, I think they said 21 miles of the trail. So, yeah. So that's what aqua blazing is. You're just kayaking some distance of the trail. So yeah, that's that. So, just got done with lunch. It is 1:11 in the afternoon, and Double Spring Gap Shelter is where I'm trying to go. Probably 14 miles. I just checked, and I'm a little past where I was when I checked, so it's about 14 miles to go to get there. Which would probably put me there pretty late, but that's okay, because I'm just really excited to get to Damascus. I'm staying with a connection that I had through a friend of mine from Blairsville. It's this guy that I went to church with, David Floyd, which, shout out to David for coming through on this one. Really appreciate you. But his sister lives in Damascus and runs a campground. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. You're welcome to stay with me. So I'm going to stay at her campground. And for 2 nights in Damascus. And I'm just so excited to have a place to stay for 2 nights. Yeah, I haven't zeroed in 2 weeks, so I'm really excited about it. So I think I'm just going to trudge on today through the rain, get to the shelter, get up early tomorrow, and just hoof it as fast as possible into Damascus. Because another thing is, the Obi-Wan Kenobi miniseries came out today. First 2 episodes, and I'm dying to watch them. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I've been since I was a kid, so can't wait to just have my own space, watch Obi-Wan, and relax for a day. So I'm pressing on today. I think the rain's supposed to start here in about an hour, and then it's supposed to rain, I think, pretty much the rest of the day. But I am dying to get to that. Okay, sorry, I know this is a weird angle, but Just connected to my headphones, and I've got my new rain poncho on, and I've got my hip belt attached, and just the whole thing. Anyway, so totally new plan. I'm telling you, my plans out here change. I mean, so drastically, kind of like the weather. So we thought today was just going to be like a monsoon of a day, and so far it hasn't been. It's just been really, really cloudy and really, really windy. But I just checked the radar, and the monsoon is coming through like pretty soon, and like supposed to last like well into the night. So, and we met some southbounders who were like, yeah, there are a lot of people in front of you. So me and Phil, that's who I mean by we, me and Phil were like, well shoot, like, we are not trying to like set up our tents in the rain, because it's either go to the next shelter and do 26 tomorrow into Damascus, which sounds miserable, or walk another 8 miles to that shelter and just hope and pray that people are not sheltering, which is supposed to like rain really bad, so everybody's probably trying to find cover so they don't have to set their tent. So we decided to go kind of with, remember those options I said earlier today? We're going to go back to one of those options, and we're going to get a room at the Rabbit Hole Hostel. It's like $25 a bunk, and so we're just going to head there, hunker down for the night, ride out the storm, and tomorrow, I think in the morning, it's supposed to be really nice, but that'll just mean that we have a 22-mile day tomorrow to get into Damascus, which, I mean, that's fine. Like, it's pretty much all downhill tomorrow into Damascus, so, I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. But, yeah, I was really hoping to get to that 24-mile mark today. Be my biggest day on trail yet, plus maybe 18 tomorrow, but, you know, you win some battles, you lose some battles out here. And I would much rather be dry tonight than try to push for that 24-mile shelter. So, anyway, yeah, that's our new plan. Alright, so it poured the rain on us for the last like 5 miles of our hike. But we finally made it to the road. I mean, you can tell by my hand, it's so pretty. And I've been off trail for probably 30 minutes now. But we're staying at the Rabbit Hole. Rabbit is a former thru hiker who owns a hostel now. So we're staying with him. He's got a great bunkhouse. Right now we're at the Country Store that also doubles as a restaurant. So me and Phil are loading up on Philly cheesesteak, chicken nuggets, and fries. And got a root beer. Probably gonna get a Mountain Dew later. Yesterday, I forgot to tell you guys what I ate yesterday. So I got my McDonald's order yesterday at like 3 o'clock. It was BLT, no, not a BLT. A Big Mac, 10-piece chicken nugget, fries, strawberry shake, Sprite. Then for dinner I had a foot-long Subway with some Sour Patch Kids. So yeah, it's great eating like a 16-year-old out here. Alright, so I'm here in the bunkhouse trying to warm up. I'm freezing cold. It's just cold and wet and awful outside. But here's the bunkhouse. So, got a heater down there. I'm drying my clothes by. There's the hiker box, microwave, refrigerator. Here's the bunks. It's just me and Phil tonight, so we have this whole place to ourselves. But yeah, I just cannot get warm right now. So, yeah, but so glad to not be in the rain tonight. This place was like $20, so well worth it. Hey y'all, it's Ralston here, hiking the AT. I'm hiking the AT for several reasons, but one big one is to support the Isaiah 117 house in Blairsville, Georgia. This organization is dedicated to helping foster kids at the moment they're taken out of the home and some of the most traumatic parts of their lives. That's where they seek to intervene. And so they seek to provide a house with food, clothing, foster parents, almost pretty much immediately after they're taken out of the home. So it's a really, really great organization that's dedicated to bettering the lives of children. And I just could not be more appreciative and more excited to support them and of all the work they're doing. So if you'd like to help out and donate, you can visit the link below, and it'll take you to the donation page. But please consider giving a gift to help support Isaiah 117. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, Maverick out.